has taken the trouble. She is very busy. She, like you, works full-time. She cleans houses, she takes care of children, she babysits, that's how I met her, and she's in school learning fashion design in Manhattan, paying for everything herself. And you know from the interview, she came here about 10 years ago. She's from a big family in Argentina, what, 6 brothers and sisters?
Yes, we're 7 with
7, small town, very much like your stories, worked in Burger King, McDonald's, did not come here with lots of money. But you'll hear how beautiful her English is. So she's going to talk for a while about her experience. You can ask questions, and then around 9 o'clock, Jesse has agreed, and I hope maybe Clinton will also agree, we're going to work together to help make a speaking plan to some of these people in the class. Okay? So you're on. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Hi everyone. My name is Liliana. My last name is Martinez. I came to the United States 11 years ago. It was in March, actually. When I go here, I knew it maybe 10% of English. That was all I learned when I was in Buenos Aires, in my high school. I never cared. I have to be honest with you. I never cared when I was in high school because I never thought I was going to come here. I didn't plan to come here. I came here because my aunt was here and I got the opportunity to get a student visa to finish my high school in Sleepy Hollow. When I went to Sleepy Hollow, it was really hard. It was not easy because if you don't know English, when you get here first, you have to go back. You have to go 2 years back. So that's what they did with me. And they told me as soon my English get better and I can get to understand whatever's going on in the class, I would go up. But my first year, it wasn't easy at all. I couldn't understand anything, what was going on. But at the same time, when I was going back home, everything was Spanish. So I was not really used to when I go back to school to hear the words every single day. So what I did was, after 1 year, one of my professors talked to me and she said to me, if you want to go to regular English classes, the only way to do it is if you study every single day. Not only that, when you go back home, you have to forget about your Spanish. Everything has to be in English for your ears get used to. You have to get your ear used to, because if you don't get your ear used to, whenever people's talking, you are like on another planet. You are in your own world. But when you know what people is talking about, you just want to get into that. You just want to know what people is talking about. That's why you have to get used to that. So that's what I did. When I went back home, I started. That's it. No more TV in Spanish. That's one of the main things that I did. No more. I swear to God. I will not see, because some people get scared and they're like, there's no way that I can watch a show in English. I thought the same things. I said, I will not sit there 20 minutes watching something that I don't understand. That's what everybody think. But what I used to do in the morning when I wake up, I would just put the news and keep going in my house. I will not sit there, but I can hear whatever they say. And when I go back to school, what I will do is like I will let my teachers know always what I was trying to do, because it's really important that you let your teacher know what is that you're trying, because she's the main person right now in this room. If you don't learn from her, you're not going to learn from nobody. In the first place, you are paying money, and you are working really hard for that money. So every time that you leave this class, and if you didn't understand something and you didn't ask, you're going to be on the same level. You will never go up. You will be on it's like going to upstairs. You didn't understand something, you're coming back the next week, but you're still here. Half of your group is going to keep going up, but you're going to still be there. And that's what they told me when I was in high school. And you need to understand that you're not going to go up if you don't take the fear that you have inside, because I think that one of the problems that Spanish people have, and I learned that a lot of people from other countries, especially Asian people, have that. They have a lot of fear inside. They're so scared to talk, especially with Americans. They're so scared. You need to break that fear. It is something that, I think it's in all culture. It is a natural thing for us to get scared, but you have to break that. If you have that, you're not going to get anywhere. Because it happens to me, I was really shy. I was really shy when I was in high school. I didn't have friends at all. I only have 2 friends in high school, that's it. That's all I had because I was so afraid to talk to people. But after 1 year, I was like, okay, I cannot do this anymore because I need to get out from high school. I came here when I was 17, so I get out from high school when I was 21. 21. I was with so much stress. You guys have no idea because when you get 20 up, if in this country when you are 21, you cannot stay in high school. They're gonna tell you you have to get out or do. It's a program that you guys can do if you are 21. What is it called?
GED.
The GED, right? Try to not get to that. When I was young, everybody was telling me, why you don't do the GED? Why you don't do the GED? I didn't want to get that because I didn't come here for that. I have plans when I came here, and that's something that you have to keep in mind. You have to make a plan for yourself, for your future, and always keep your eyes on. Always, you have to make a plan and say, what is going to make me get there? And you follow every single step, little by little. It doesn't matter how hard it is, everything is hard. It's like when a baby is learning to walk. That's how it is. Babies, they don't know how they don't even understand when you tell them, walk to me. They don't know what that means. With language, it's the same stuff. It's the same thing. And I didn't learn only English. I learned Portuguese. I learned 40% of Arabic. And I went to 4 different Arabic countries because I thought that if I learn the language, I need to learn the culture. So here is the same thing. If you're going to learn English, you have to learn the American culture. You have to get in their life. You have to talk to them. You have to learn from them. That is the best people that you can learn from. Sometimes we are like Spanish people, we have these things that we like to be in our own community. Try to have half and half a list. You're not going to lose the Spanish side no matter what. That is in your blood, it's not going away. Because when you are with your family, I know it's going to be Spanish no matter what. But you have kids. Some of you have kids? Okay, if you have kids, how you communicate with your kids in your house?
Spanish.
At the house. When you get out from your house, what it is? Is it Spanish too?
Depends. I mean, if we were with Spanish, we speak in Spanish. If we were with American, we speak English.
Do you ever ask your kids, how do they feel when they go out and you take it in 2 different languages? It's one thing when you are at home, and it's another thing when you are outside.
Actually, no.
You never ask them that. Kids, when they are, and I work with kids, I work for 7 different families. They are all Americans. And they all learn Spanish because of me. I am telling you, I think that they know more Spanish than English. Every single word that is in English, they ask me, how do you say that in Spanish? And I get surprised because the ages that I have is from 2 years to 7, the most. Those kids are learning a second language without a professor, just because of me. So if those kids can learn just by me saying 2 times a week the same word over and over again, we are adults. We can do it too. We can do it. And if you guys have kids, if you have insecure, the kids can feel that. They feel that because when you are at home, you are so comfortable with that. But when you go out, you go to the supermarket, you go to McDonald's. For the kids, it's so easy for them, the English to come out because it's natural for them because they are at school and that's what they do with their friends. But you have to teach them. They have to be comfortable with what, because if you're not comfortable, they're not going to be comfortable either. They can feel that. And if they see fear in you, you don't want them to grow up like that. You don't want them to think, oh, my father cannot speak English, or my father doesn't feel comfortable, or I have to translate for my father. When I was working at McDonald's, and that was 10 years ago, I used to have customers, they used to go with the little kids. They didn't know that I was Spanish at all, because that's where I learned also to speak English at McDonald's. I was a cashier, but I started from the bottom. I started mapping the floor and doing the bathrooms. That's what I did, because I didn't speak any English. And the owner was my aunt. She didn't put me like a cashier because it was really bad for the customer, because I couldn't speak anything at all. But I learned from one kid that he was 15 years old. I used to ask him all the time, how do you say this? Why do you say that way? Why you cannot say it this way? He used to explain to me all the time, oh, in English, like Americans, they say it this way. But you have other people that they say it this way. So I used to ask them, what is the polite way to say it? That's how we're learning. You have to ask questions. Friends, people, you can go to the supermarket and ask people questions. When you go to the supermarket, you ask people, how much is this iron?